Okay, folks, I'm going to give you a graph this time to prove how important it is to use my 10S rule when it comes to the AIDS virus. As we well know, 5 to approximately 8 to 10 times more likely to catch the AIDS virus from somebody who has groin sores or hemorrhoids than we are if we don't. So I did a little bitty kids drawing to show you exactly what that looks like. Okay, and what it's going to show is it's going to start off at 50%. The 50% thing is from Africa. 50% of people with HSV2 in many areas of Africa also have hive. So I did a calculation, and I came up with this drawing, which is an exponential drawing, you'll note, as to how likely you are for each additional time you have sex with somebody who has groin sores or a hemorrhoid. Now, it starts out at 50% and the final bar is 100%. It'll never actually reach 100%, but if you look at how far up it went by the time you hit 5, and then it's almost straight up by the time you hit 10 times you had sex with somebody with groin sores. So I want to show you what it looks like. I've drew it out, so I want to show you what the drawing looks like. As you can tell, that drawing shows a lot. It goes from 50%, which is down here, is the likelihood of, is the number of people who have HSV2 on what's probably your right, or as you're looking at it. And then you have 100% at the very top there. Then you have the 5 and 10 counts of sexual acts that you had with that person. That gives you the actual look as to how fast it ramps up. And when you look at it that way, you see just how dangerous it is actually having sex when you either got groin sores or hemorrhoids. Now, that's only if the person has AIDS. I didn't do one for somebody who doesn't have AIDS. But in Africa, only a third of the adult population doesn't have HSV2. So that means every time you go to Africa and try to have sex with somebody who's got HSV2, you're risking a 50-50 chance of catching AIDS. If you have sex 10 times while you're there, and all 10 times you have sex with somebody who has a hemorrhoid or a groin sore, almost 100% chance of catching AIDS. Think about that. 100% chance. Now, another way of looking at this same equation is what's your likelihood of avoiding catching AIDS? And that's much bigger than that. Because just think about it. By the time you hit 99% chance of not catching AIDS, the number's up in the thousands. So, hey, look at it the way you want to. Thomas Will's out here.